In today's modern world, there seems to be a clash of values. Traditional versus modern, use versus non-use, indigenous versus colonized backgrounds. Interesting, there is one lifestyle, one pastime that seems to connect values, whether old or young, indigenous or not, rural or urban, and that's hunting. And using hunting to understand where our food comes from.
Got the back straps, heart, kidney, I feel it, liver.
Especially when you start thinking about the Aboriginal culture and this animal not really being a native. If you speak to them today, they'll say it's a part of their culture.
If we can't hunt, we can't pass on our knowledge, because that's why we go hunting, to pass on our knowledge.
Like we know how important hunting is to you, and we're trying to be here to tell your story to the wider community out there that might think that hunting is outdated now.
I hunt to survive, see. That's why I'm a hunter. It's in my blood.
I love hunting. I'm unapologetically a hunter. It is common sense, economical benefits, ecological benefits that hunting brings communities, local communities, remote communities. Hunting is unquestionably ethical, needed, vital for the future. My name's Nick Joyce. I'm an outfitter and a guide in the Cobourg Peninsula, predominantly for Banteng. Originate from a farm in South Australia with two lovely parents and a brother, and made my way to the territory through hunting. Fell in love with the wild, untouched, raw beauty that the territory offers people. Absolutely, I think without a doubt hunting is in my blood. From a very young age, I would hunt flies in the house as a kid. I love hunting. I'm unapologetically a hunter. It is so unquestionable that I'm going to hunt every year when I can. My hunting has certainly transformed as I've become a guide and an outfitter. It's the challenge, it's the places it takes you, it's the people you meet. It is this cultural world of hunting. The same way that you see a traditional song and dance and story, hunting to me is that. Like, we get to meet the most remarkable humans from around the world that have incredible stories that you would not meet any other way than hunting. So there is no question to whether I'll hunt or be in hunting camps and guide and outfit for many, many years to come. It is absolutely what I'll do. The beautiful encounters you'll see, the same species you're targeting relish that moment of, two young bulls that have become mates and scratching each other and having a little tussle, and it's a good spot, let's park up, have a rest in the sun. You see so many special moments that sit with you and stay with you for a long time, and until you are a hunter and you get to hear the grass being chewed out of the ground and the smell of a big fresh pile of shit, and you scratch it with your shoe and still warm. These are the little things that hunters feel and experience. Once you become a hunter, it's very hard to walk away from.
So it's pretty impressive that this is a species that's non-native here, but where it is native in its range, it's completely endangered. You can't hunt it. Probably with human pressure over the next 20 years will likely go locally extinct. And so you have this population here on the Cobourg that you can hunt, you can sustainably utilize, and it's a mechanism by which these animals are valued. The idea that hunting is going to cause these animals to disappear is absolute nonsense, because there's a value to this animal, both from an Aboriginal culture perspective as well as a modern hunting perspective. That's it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. without value, this thing, you can almost just take this away. Let's AI this thing out of the picture.
So we're going to head off this morning and try and find a meat animal for the local families out around the other side of the Cobourg Peninsula. We're 300 kilometres to the nearest grocery store from here, and be 400 by the time we get around there. So hunting is really the only source of putting meat on the table.
Just over here, so we'll just keep moving over.
Put a great shot on a young Banteng just then, which is going to be the best eating Banteng you can ask for. So we'll go over there, we'll quickly bleed it while that blood's still pumping, and yeah, not too far from the car. We've had a bit of a walk, but be able to get that whole animal out. It's a nice size that we'll be able to carry it out. We've got a couple of strong people here, so lift her up and get her back to the car.
Heavy enough?
Nah. Oh yeah. Job done. Camp's just up the hill. Go up there, whack this in a cooler and ice it down, and drop it off this afternoon, and might have a little fire with the crew. Good stuff, Robbie. Coming out to Cobourg is as much about meeting new people and new hunters as it is connecting with old friends and seeing the kids grow up another year older, more questions, and you know, learning from them as much as the kids want to learn about bows and arrows, and you know, it's a special place.
Yeah.
Let's see where you got him.
That's where they got him. The boys stay.
What type do you reckon?
Green top.
Green.
Young one, you know.
Yeah, a little young fella. And how did you eat this?
Sorry?
How did you cook this up on the shell like that, or
Oh,
skin him out?
this one we just cut him out.
Cut him out.
The big one we cook it.
Yeah. The reason a white man's hunting culture is not as sacred as those of an Indigenous tribe is because the white man has convenience and so many other avenues of culture now, and a large population of white people don't hunt and have lost the connection that the hunting culture once was, that it is a forgotten culture of white man's ways. Those of us that are still connected to that absolutely value it, cherish it, and want to pass it on to the next generation. And we are the fortunate ones that have that culture still a part of what we do in a day-to-day life.
If we can't hunt, we can't pass on our knowledge. Because that's why we go hunting.
That's how they learn, you know.
To pass on.
That's how we've been learned, you know.
To pass on our knowledge.
That's what they taught us.
Of where
Our elders.
our aunties and uncles,
We don't just learn from the men.
our
We learn from the
fathers
women
and
too,
mothers have taught us to go to
Tell our
those
stories.
places.
Like we know how important hunting is to you,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're trying to be here to tell your story to the wider community out there that might think that hunting is outdated now. You know, that people actually don't need to hunt, that you should, it's cruel, or it's you know, it's brutal or something, that they tell you, no, just get it from the grocery store, and it's only 300 kilometers away of rough road, you know.
I hunt to survive, see. That's why I'm a hunter.
Mhm.
It's in my blood. Ever since I've been young. So I gotta hunt to survive. Like when we are here, gotta feed kids, whole family.
Main one.
There's no difference between your hunting culture and Nick's hunting culture?
Murali.
No different. Same as
Yeah.
Cosmo, you know. He's been taught from his old men. That's how he learned, you know. And that's how we learn from our elders, like, you know.
A lot of people will say to you, Nick, and it's happening all over Australia, that we want to get rid of that last vestige of hunting. What would you say to them about this place specifically?
To the people that want to attack or limit one way or another, ban hunting, come hunt with me. Unfortunately, they won't, or many will not, and it's, you know, life's busy for all people, and I would say that it's simply an uneducated opinion, you know, maybe a closed-minded attitude that it's not needed, doesn't affect them, move on. But those that truly care and want to understand or learn more, I think will, when scratch the surface, see the benefits, the true benefits, and common sense, economical benefits, ecological benefits that hunting brings communities, local communities, remote communities.
When you sit back and look at it, you could easily see how a clash of values could arise here between government and science, and landowners and us as hunters. I can only hope that common sense prevails, that science and government will come and sit with landowners and continue to sit with landowners and talk to them about their wants and desires, and there can be common ground here that these Banteng have many more hundreds of years ahead of them on the Cobourg Peninsula.
So you're going hunting, Nick. What do you got planned?
Keep it down, mate. We are hunting, all right? Let's try and walk a little quieter too. You'd think he just films everything on a GoPro, but he actually does have a...
I'm taking my handsome man back to camp.
Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it!
So cool. Come down to these little creeks, pretty much untouched.
Cobourg.
Not bad.